I think the painting that Will Byers made for Mike Wheeler in Stranger Things Season 5 foreshadows what's going to happen in this new season.
Downtown on fire. Dead soldiers. And this giant creature with a gaping mouth. And this creature wasn't alone. There were so many monsters. An army. And they were coming into Hawkins, into our neighborhoods, our homes. And then he showed me my mom, Holly, Mike.
Was this the thing that Nancy saw and is talking about to the gang in that clip? So from my research, when I was looking up shit about D&D and final bosses, depending on what versions you play, this creature is called the Thessalhydra. And notice how it's big, has a large gaping mouth, and has multiple heads. So now going back to Will's painting, I think this red dragon with 3 heads is supposed to foreshadow the Thessalhydra without spoiling too much. And I say that because other research I've done about D&D bosses, I found that depending on what version you play, there's also a 3-headed red dragon that's a final boss. And I think that this is just supposed to reference the Thessalhydra without spoiling too much or showing us what it really looks like, because people that don't play D&D or don't know the bosses or whatever wouldn't know what the Thessalhydra looks like, which I didn't. I had to research this shit and look this shit up, and that's how I made up this theory. And this is why I think the Thessalhydra is going to be like the final boss of Stranger Things Season 5, is because I think Vecna is just a small pawn for what's to come, and I think he's just laying down the stepping stones for this bigger boss to come. And I feel like the Mind Flayer, since it doesn't have a physical form, it's using Vecna as its host to set these stones, and I feel like the Mind Flayer might be part of the Thessalhydra somehow. Now, this is still work in progress theory, so I'm not exactly sure how I put that together. That's just kind of what I thought of. Now, also in the painting, we have all 4 of our main characters, the 4 main boys, going up against this 3-headed dragon, aka what I think is going to be the Thessalhydra. And Mike, aka the party leader of the group, is the one in front. Now, think of it. If there's a big boss battle going down, 11's the only one that has powers type shit. I think something is going to happen to 11 to the point where the main group, our main characters, the boys, need to find a way to distract this thing or fight this thing. And I think Mike, being the party leader, is going to be the one taking that main fall. And that might be what awakens 11's powers even more, to be able to defeat this crazy of a different dimensional monster. I fucking stuttered right there. Monster. Goddamn. Also, something else I'd like to add to this is when Will gives Mike this painting, he's talking about how you're our party leader and you have the most heart and you keep us all together and blah, 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 blah. So I think that's why Mike is going to take the fall, because he's the heart of the group and he doesn't want to let the party down.